Okay, so for 2 weeks now, almost 2 weeks, me and you together have been coming to Walton Street car park in Hull to check on the progress and build of Hull Fair 2025. We have been coming almost every day and we've literally seen it grow from nothing, just a big empty car park, into Europe's largest travelling fun fair. And it's all been leading to this. This is the opening night of Hull Fair 2025. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to not another Hull Fair pull on and build vlog, but the actual opening night of 2025 vlog. It is currently the 10th of October 2025 and 4:34 p.m. The official opening ceremony for Hull Fair was conducted by the Lord Mayor himself. That was at 4 p.m. where he rings the Hull Fair bell and declares Hull Fair open for that year. And everything should be running now. The official opening time isn't until 5 o'clock, so I think some of the rides do have the right to not open until 5, but most of them are running now at 25 to 5. So I thought we'll start the video tour at the very end of Walton Street and we'll take in every attraction that we can see. So bear in mind what I've been saying this past couple of weeks. If you can hear me, it's going to be very loud, so bear with me. If you see something as we're walking around that you want me to go on our next visit, which will probably either be Wednesday or Thursday now, as tomorrow we are leaving the country. We're popping over to the Netherlands to go to our favourite theme park in the world, Efteling, and we will be back on Wednesday morning. So Wednesday night we will visit Hull Fair. So as we're walking around, make a note of anything that you want me to go on our next visit, and I will go on the top 5 mentioned rides in the comments of this video. And I will take the GoPro on and take you with me, so you'll get to see it from my point of view. So we'll start with the first attraction there, the ghost train. And it's really nice, I said this before, it's really nice to see that ghost train actually here from the start, because it isn't always. And then the first Tagada of the evening. This is all situated on the Walton Club car park. You got the top star there that we did see a couple of nights ago testing. And then there is a twister ride there as well. I will try and look for prices and give you a rough idea of prices as well, but bear in mind they can change depending on the day and the time that you're wishing to ride. They are sort of, I think they call it dynamic pricing. So we'll check the price of this ghost train and the Tagada. If I can see it. Sometimes they don't put it on, you have to go and ask them. £3.50 for that. That is £3.50. Tagada has no price on that, so you would have to ask. So that is probably one that does fluctuate. Again with the top star there. No price on that one. This twister ride is £3.50. And as I said before, if you do want to get 50p off per ride, not in this section but in the main fair, you can use the vouchers that you get from the Hull Daily Mail several times throughout the next 8 days. And then there's the Bavarian Funhouse there. I think that is also £3.50. It is. And then there's a few juvenile rides as well. Excuse me. The juvenile rides are probably around £3. And then this is Walton Street that I was talking about, which is just full of food joints all the way down, but that will be a separate video. There will be a full video coming in the next few days. I'm not sure whether I'll have time to come and do it tomorrow. The fair does open at 12 o'clock midday tomorrow, with it being Saturday. It's open until 11 p.m. tonight and 11 p.m. every night. But with it being a Saturday tomorrow, it opens slightly earlier, which is 12 o'clock. It is 2 o'clock, I think, every other day. But there will be a full food vlog, a full food tour showing everything down this Walton Street food area and the prices of things as well. So we will head into the fair now at the point where we have been. Can you remember? Literally about 9 or 10 days ago, 10 days ago I believe, we walked on this car park. It was quiet, there was no lights, there was hardly any rides, just the giant wheel. And look at it now, we're at Funfair 2025. So there's the turbo jet. That is £5 per person. There's a little mini Miami there. £3 per person. I think you'll find most of the Droovies are about £3. And then you got Atmosphere. I did come early on just because I want to get this done, get it uploaded, because we do have some preparations for our trip away tomorrow, so I've got to do all that as well with Kerry. And I am relying on public transport. I'm one of those bus people because my car isn't currently working, so we're having to rely on one family car between us all, and I was unable to use it today because Kerry needed it, so I've had to get the bus, so I am having to organise the bus back as well. But that is the world's biggest mobile reverse bungee, and that is £15 per person. Sometimes they call it a reverse bungee, sometimes it's a slingshot, but they're both the same thing. And there is Matthew's Skyfall. And when we came a couple of days ago, that was about 20 feet tall. And it now goes right up there. And I can't see a price on that. I'll have a look around and see if it says it on the windows. It doesn't, there's no price on that. But I'm guessing it'll be about £8 to £10. The giant wheel and vertical limits. Vertical limits isn't actually working at the minute. As I said, it's not quite 5 o'clock yet. Everything should be up and running by 5 o'clock. It is now 19 minutes to 5. But it says it's £6 per person when it is working vertical limit. But we will be here until gone 5 o'clock, so we will take a little look around just to make sure that everything that's not currently open will be open at that point. There's a Miami Trip 3, that's £4 per person. It's just such a nice smell. You know, I said the other day that you could smell burgers. It smells like burgers and diesel. Well, now it doesn't smell so much like diesel. It's just the food. You can just smell all the food. There's Exciter, and that is £5 per person. The giant wheel is £7 for a normal ticket, £5 for children under 1.5, or you can get a family ticket for £20, which will be 2 adults and 2 children, or 1 adult and 3 children for £20. And you get to go around on the giant wheel and get some spectacular views of Funfair. So I might just wait around and see if we can get a little bit of footage of Exciter going around. Depends how long they wait to fill it up. That's the thing about coming slightly earlier. There's not much of a queue for anything, so they do tend to wait, put you on, you end up waiting a little bit just to try and fill it up a little bit, like get a better occupancy on the ride before they put it on each cycle for obviously economical reasons. It costs a lot to run a cycle, whether there's 2 people on it or 42 people on it. We may pop back. There's the King Frog there. And the awesome atmosphere created. This Twister's £3 per person. It says happy hour, but I do believe them happy hour signs are permanent. They are always up there. So it's happy week here at Funfair. the Dodgems, 1 or 2 in a car, and I believe they are £5 per car. Doesn't say on there, but the other Dodgems are £5 per car. And then the atmosphere created with its awesome sound, lights and fog effects. That might be one that I'll end up going on. You got the Vertigo. The Vertigo is £5 per person. That is not actually a bad price. There is people on it at the top there. I don't know if they're waiting to try and load the bottom seat, but they'll be getting, well, 2 of them people up there will be getting a good view of Hull Fair. The other 2 will be getting a good view of West Hull. But it's good to be here. So good. As I say, there will be at least another 2 more trips to Hull Fair before it ends up leaving us for another year. So do stick around and come with us for that. These are just getting put into the seats now, these guys on Vertigo. And there's the Fun House, which is just £2.50. But it is situated next door but one to the Jumbo Circus Fun House, which is, for me, the UK's best fun house. Now, will you choose Matthew's Skyfall? I have done that before. There is a POV of that from the Hoppings in the summer when I went on that. But as I said, it is up to you guys. Comment what you want to see me go on and what you want to come on with me with the GoPro. These are getting in now, so it will be rotating now and they will be coming down. The gates are moving. And it's going. Here we are. They just go faster than that, I assume. I guess that's just to unload these guys while they'll get their go at the top. But it will do a proper cycle. Okay, so crash test is £5 per person. I'm hoping I don't get copyrighted on all this music. Hopefully, because it's fair music, it is slightly different to the original versions, and it might not trigger it. And then this is Air Raid, and that is no price. There's no price on it. Shall we say £5? I'm willing to bet it's £5. It is £5 because I've just seen the guy hand a fiver over and then get a token. And there you go, Air Raid. Right opposite the Jumbo Circus Fun House, which is £4 per person, which isn't bad at all because you do get 4 floors of fun, excellent views of Hull Fair from the top there, and it did, as I said before, take a good 10 minutes to walk through with Albie, so you do get your money's worth for £4, although adults do have to pay and small children must be accompanied by an adult. Here's the second Tagada, and again, no price on that one. Disco Fever, this is in the same place it was last year. And that one is £4. £4 per person. house, which is a really cool one because it's the first one I've seen with an actual LED screen up there as well. And that is £4 per person. And there you go. That has actually got a screen with some animations on it. And then also some popular copyrightable music. There's Pat Collins' Dodgems opposite the famous Ghost Train. And that is £5 per car, whether you get one person in there or two. £5 per car. And £5 per person for the Ghost Train. Robinson's Walters at £4 per person. You can really feel the bass, not just in your ears, but in your chest and your stomach. And then there's the Outer Limits, the famous Outer Limits, which is really cool. £3 per person. Another little limbo dancer there at £4 per person. Superstar, £4. As we're going around, you can see just how easy it would be to lose, well, not to lose, but to spend, to part with an absolute fortune at this fair. If you come with a couple of kids and they're adrenaline junkies and they want to go on everything they see, you need to take a small bank loan out. Super Bowl. I'm just going to get the price of this and then walk around that way because that's the way we have been going for the build-up video. So that's £5 for the Super Bowl. Another twister there as well. As I say, I won't be going on any rides today. There won't be no POVs in this video, but you guys can determine just which POVs I do give to you on the next visit. So you get to decide the layout of the next video, which, as I say, will be Wednesday or Thursday, I believe. There's IceJet. Which is themed well because it's right next to the North Pole Funhouse as well, so it's like an Arctic theme look with some polar bears, and then you've got IceJet, and then you've got the North Pole. And then the other Tagada there, that's the third one that we've seen. And a simulator there as well, that's what we saw coming in. It might be there on other years, I've just never really noticed it, but £3 per person for the simulator there. And then we've got Alex Crow, Tycho. But that doesn't have a price on it. Let's see how much the top spin is. Nobody's on the top spin, nobody's queuing for it, but it is ready to go. Oh, there is, I think it's a worker. So that's £5 per person for the top spin. And then you got Techno Power at £5 per person as well. So you tell me if you think that it's gone up in price since the last fair. I think you might be surprised at the price of Dante's Air, because I did read that somebody said that in Oxford a few weeks back, I think, or a few months back, it was £10 for that, and it's not anywhere near as expensive as that here at Hull Fair. Not tonight anyway. There's a spinning coaster at £5. £5 for that. And then the other big wheel, not the giant wheel. It does say it's the giant wheel, but it's not quite as giant as the actual giant wheel. That is a big wheel. And that one is £6 per person, £4 for 1.4 metres or under. And then right next to spinning coaster here, we've got New York, New York. And New York, New York is £5 per person. And then Big Ben Tower, direct from Skegness, £10 per person. 262 feet, Star Flyer, with probably absolutely amazing views of the whole fair and the whole city. And then we've got the pole position, which is another Dodgems, and I will check the price out for that, next to another limbo dance in Miami, but there's no price on that one as well. £5 per person, either one or two people in a car, but it's £5 per person anyway. And then the Caterpillar coaster. And another waltzers. There's some crazy stunt guy on it, look. Doing some awesome waltzer skills. That's probably, look at that. That is probably one of the best jobs on the fair, a waltzer walker. That, I believe that's what they're called, waltzer walkers. And then this is the second slingshot as well. The other one was £15 per person. This one doesn't actually look like it's quite ready. Do you know, I was saying the other day that sometimes, on the odd occasion, there might be the one or two attractions, rides that are not actually ready for opening time. Well, I think that's the case here with this slingshot, because he's doing some work on it. He's doing the work on it, and it is currently, the time is exactly 4:57. And then there's a sizzler at £4 per person here as well. So we'll go straight down here, and then we'll end up back on Walton Street, and then we'll head in through the centre of the fair and see what else we've got in there. This will just be the outer edge of the fair then that we've walked. As I say, I'm not going to do the food down Walton Street on this vlog because it would just be too long. That will be a separate vlog, and if that is something that interests you, then please do subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and if you have, just stick around, hit that notification bell, and then you'll be alerted when it does go up. It'll probably be, as I said, Wednesday or Thursday. And that's a cool Jungle Madness Funhouse. I think that's £4 per person for that one. And then we're into sort of the prize area now, so this is just all prize stalls all the way down now to the bottom, so we'll cut through, catch what attractions we can in this bit. In fact, I'll go back that way, start at the giant wheel and work my way back this way, and then we're not missing anything, are we? And then we've done this whole section, this end of the fair as well. So there is the Matrix there, next to the smaller of the two giant wheels. And then you are in the middle of the fair as well. This is again where you are able to see all of the juvenile rides. Here's the slide, the giant slide. I said slide because I was reading slide. But then there's that. And then we've got Matrix. We'll check the price out on that. And that is just opposite the Booster Max. There's a few of these booster rides. I think there's at least, what, 4 that we've seen so far, possibly. That is £6 for Matrix. £10 for the Booster Max. So that's the biggie. That's one of the big high price label rides. £10. I mean, it is probably a much better booster than the other one we've seen at £5 at the beginning of the fair over there. But we'll see if we can capture this going round. Get these people in the seats. Just for wayfinding, this is where we came past the Arctic area there, and then we walked past Psycho, Techno Power Spinning Coaster, down there to Big Ben, and then walked that way. So we've just come back in a bit onto the second little run in the fair, and now we're starting at this end again, and we will walk all the way down. I'm just waiting to see if the Booster Max actually starts going round. I thought that guy was getting in, but he's not. Is that going to be one that you will put me on? Are you going to be kind? Don't put me on a jumping jack for the children because I just can't fit. My dimensions will not correspond with the seating areas, shall I say, on the juvenile rides, so you'll have to pick the bigger rides that I can actually fit on. But yeah, so Dante's Air. Right. So we'll just pick this up because we did stop there. That's where Super Bowl is. And then we've got Toxic here as well. So Toxic is £4 per person. And Dante's Air is only £7. £7 per person for that, which is slightly cheaper than it has been elsewhere in the country. I'm not going to say it's going to stay at £7, but right now it is £7. And then Ice Maze, Funhouse at £3. I thought that would be a lot more popular than it actually is. A couple of people going up there now. Okay, so we'll keep on walking down, walk down to Walton Street, take a right, and then pop back in again so we get everything that's here. There's Athens Hellblazer Walters. That sounds so loud. £4 per person. And then Clark's Walters. So yeah, another waltzer. I don't know how many waltzers that is that we've seen now. Is that about 5? 5 or 6 that we've seen. That's Clark. £4 per person. The Freak Out is £4. Oh, you can see the Booster Max going around now.
My buyer tokens in the cash box if you would like to ride the Freak Out.
All this happy hardcore music. These showmen must actually hear happy hardcore in their sleep. I don't know how they can handle it all year round. But there's the Booster Max going round. Okay, so let's keep going round. Jumping Frogs ride. See if I can get the price for that. £5. £5 per person for the Yeti. And then another Dodgems. The fair seems to be overrun with Dodgems, waltzers, and booster rides.
Put your token inside the car, put your tokens in.
They've worded this one a little bit differently. It's still £5 per car, but it says passengers ride free. But it's just £5 per car, whether you get one or two in there, just like the other Dodgem. And then another Dodgem, £5 per car. They're very uniform on the prices for the Dodgem.
Let's go.
And then you've got two twister rides here. You've got Cyclone, which elevates slightly, about 7 foot off the ground. And then just opposite it, you've got Happy Hour Twister, Happy Hour £3.50. But again, I've got a funny feeling that Happy Hour sign stays up. It may not, maybe on a Saturday night it might come down, but from what I remember, it's almost always Happy Hour. And then it's £4 for the Cyclone, even though it says Happy Hour, but there's no price on it. But on the ticket booth, it does say £4. So you've got £3.50 there. You pay the 50p supplement to get elevated slightly. And then around the world, and it tells you a little bit about it there as well. 60 meters, 60 meters tall, 32 passengers, flight dimension of 30 meters. Hello! You alright? And then you've got Shaw's Fighter there. That is one that we did do last year. Really, really good. Really, really strong ride. That is a good cycle. Some good pulls on the G's. And then Razzmatazz Walter at £4. So there is, to be honest, I'm going to say it, I think there's too many waltzers, again, at Hull Fair. I might not have picked up on it so much on the walk-arounds of the builds, but now it's completed and we're doing a full walk-around, and you can tell, even if you couldn't see the waltzers, you can usually tell when you're coming past one because it's the sound. The music on the waltzers is like a happy hardcore nightclub where you spin and spin and spin. But that's it, and then we'll have a look at a few of these jubies. Oh, I think oh no, it's just a mini version. I was going to say there's usually like a paratrooper ride, or there has been in the past, a really good paratrooper ride at this end of the fair. Not last year, and I don't think the year before, but I know in previous years before that, there's been a paratrooper ride that I've gone on with Maisie every year, and it was possibly the cheapest ride on the fair. I think we paid £1 with the 50p off voucher. So it was £1.50 at normal price, but a quid with the voucher each, and it was just such a good cycle, and I loved it. It was like a bigger version of this, so there is a smaller version of it now, but that's £3 per person for that one. I will just walk down here just so you can see all the little juvenile rides, just because I don't really want to miss out anything on this opening day walk around. Obviously the atmosphere changes significantly when it goes dark, so there will be a Hull Fair in the dark video coming on the channel as well. There's another little juvenile ride there, another juvenile ride here, a little spinny one. And again, I think they're all just £3. They all say £3, so they're all quite uniformed again with the prices. And then you've got a little, they're so cute. I mean, I said this before, these rides are always the little children's first taste of Hull Fair. So these are how small children are introduced to Hull Fair, and what could turn out to be a tradition that goes for years in their family, where they attend Hull Fair and do the rides. And this is where it all starts for a lot of people. for Maisie, for one, this is where it all started for her. She did all these little juvenile rides, and then obviously as she's grown older, she's not into these anymore. She's more into the bigger rides. But this is, I know they're not excellent rides, and I know that they're certainly not good value for money really when you're looking at £3, because you don't get a lot on them, but for what they are like a, what's the word? Would you say they're a gateway ride into fairground rides for children? This is where it all begins, so it's cute, and that's why I wanted to show you that there is quite a lot of juvenile rides, even though a lot of them are pretty much almost the same as the last. They're all just spinny rides, they all just go round. Some of them might go up a little bit and down a little bit, but that's pretty much what they all do. The concept of all these juvenile rides is pretty much the same. And there's Around the World gone up, look. 60 metres up. So again now, just to my left, next to all these juvenile rides, there is all the prize stalls. I'm not going to go around and show you all them just because I don't ever do them. They're not really, I've done maybe 3 in my life. They're not something that really interests me, but if you are interested in those prize stalls, then they're all on this right hand side end of the fair, the same side as the Big Ben Tower. Right hand side as you're looking into the fair from Walton Street. And then there's a few more juvenile rides here as well. Again, spinnies, little mini teacups, little mini aeroplanes, little tiny coasters that go round and round. And then we'll head back out of the mini area, the juvie section. And then you've got the Helter Skelter, not the famous Helter Skelter, the lighthouse one, but the normal Helter Skelter there. And there's a swing ride there as well, Frozen swing. Slightly dated in its theming, because I don't know if Frozen is still a big thing anymore, but that's the Helter Skelter. I can't see the price on it. It's one way you'd have to ask him, I guess. But they're doing some TV film in there. Famous Bob Carvers. So that's all the food. I can smell Bob Carvers and it smells delicious. As I say, I'm going to neglect the food part of it for this one just because there will be a full video purely based on the food, and I won't even mention a ride on the food vlog. So we're going to head back in now. Sea Storm. Check the price of Sea Storm. Someone getting a really cool picture with like probably what, four generations of people there. And that is £5 per person for Sea Storm. And there's still a few juvies as well, and a £3 funhouse. There's the wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube clown. Look, there he is. Say it with me, wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube clown. £3 per person. And let's head down. There's a lot more prize stalls down here. To me, there seems to be a few more prize stalls than usual, but maybe that's just because I'm taking a bit more notice of them now. I don't know. And then you've got 2 slides for £4 on the famous, wonderful Helter Skelter there. 2 slides for £4. Here's the toilets opposite that Helter Skelter there.
Green then 7 and 1.
They look alright now,
on the green line 71.
I don't envy anybody that needs the toilet at 9 o'clock tomorrow night, or even 9 o'clock tonight. So go before you come to the fair if it can be helped. That's my recommendation. There's usually big queues for the ladies' side in particular. Right, we'll head back down here. Just because I am trying to take in the whole fair and show you everything. I think Zach did one of these football shootout ones on the last night of the fair. I don't know if it was last year or the year before. They actually scored with it, and the guy said, "Oh, sorry, I've run out of prizes, so here, have a cheap 50p football." So that was disgusting. And I said I would have kicked off. I would have been happy about that if I was him. There's Phantom Chaser. That looks like a really cool ghost train. It's well themed, well decorated. That looks really cool. And that is £3 per person. That's what I said about these ghost trains in the past though. They can focus all their attention on the outside, because nobody sees the inside. The only time you see the inside is when you've given them the money and you get in there. But the outside, if the outside looks good, it's like packaging on food. If the packaging's good, you'll buy the food. You just won't buy it again if it doesn't taste very well. But these are only here for a short period of time, so these rely on the sort of curb appeal of things like this to get people in, because that looks absolutely fantastic. But I'm willing to bet the inside is not quite as spectacular. If you go on it, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I'm thinking. And there's Funfair Crazy. At the cheapest ride, I think, at the fair, £1.50 per person for the fun house there. That's a cool pizza. Pizza. That was hard for me to say, but pizza. Not seen that before. There is a Super Bob down there as well. So I get the price on that because I didn't catch that as we went past it. We did walk straight down there, past the Jungle Fun House. I think, did we? I'm getting myself lost a little bit here. But the Super Bob there is £3 per person. Did we walk down here? I think this is just like mainly juvenile ride, isn't it? We didn't actually walk down here. So there is a Jungle Fun House there, £3.50, and then more juvenile rides. More juvies all the way down. We'll take a walk down. Some big prize stalls as well. There's usually like a really big famous one at this end. I don't think it's here this time, but it's like a huge one with massive teddies hanging up. And it's quite a famous one actually. It's been here for many, many years, I think, from what I remember, and I don't think I've seen it today. But I'm not an advocate of these prize games anyway. I know they are usually, I won't say rigged, but they are usually favoured toward the proprietor as to the player. There's the Grand Canyon little coaster, look. And it looks like that's not quite ready yet. It looks like she's doing some finishing touches to it. But that is priced at £3 per person for that one. And then we're back at the Super Bob. The Superstar there going up. So we'll walk back down and we'll carry on walking the way we was going. As I say, as we're walking around, take note of anything that you do want to see a POV of. And as I said before, the top 5 commented rides I will put on a list and do on the next visit, which will be just a few days away. After we come back from the awesome Netherlands. The Netherlands is probably our favourite place, and Efteling is our favourite theme park, the best theme park in the world. So if you've never heard of Efteling, stick around and watch that vlog when that goes up. I have got ones on the channel because we have been several times before. This is the 5th time we would have been to the Netherlands in 14 months. That's just how amazing the Netherlands is with the theme parks. So if you want to see what Efteling looks like, stick around and I'll bring that to you in the coming weeks. There's a Super Bob, £3 per person. think we have already seen that. So we was heading down here, weren't we? Because I walked past this crazy Leaning Tower of Pisa. And then it's Gravity, which somebody did inform me has been on the circuit for a couple of years now. The little family caterpillar coaster. I didn't see the price of that. Don't think it was on there. And then there's the awesome looking Gravity at £3 per person. That might be something that I would be definitely interested in doing if, when we do come, if I can get somebody on with me, maybe Maisie will come on with me, but £3 per person I don't think is too bad. You can see inside there as well. That's what it is inside, so it is just something that spins around and then these walls just fly upwards with you attached to the side of them. I think they're called, what did somebody say they're called? Sticky walls? Somebody said in the industry they are called sticky walls. You've got another giant inflatable slide there with air going up behind it. And then water walkers with the balls. Dodgems are in action. So we'll go down to the ghost train, take a left, and then come back in and go through the centre of the fair on the next aisle, the next lane. Should we see if we can see somebody coming out of Outer Limits, because it's just hilarious. It's like a little bit that you're walking in the middle. You go up the stairs there and then there's like a crazy walkway, and then when you come out you sort of lower yourself onto a conveyor. It's like a tipping seat. That's cool. That's so cool. Right, so starting to fill up now, as you can see. It's well past 5 o'clock now, so everything that is here should be running, but it looks like there is still the odd couple. It looks like Vertigo isn't running over there, and it looks like that other reverse bungee slingshot isn't actually working. Again, I keep saying it, but the centre of the fair, the majority of the attractions through the centre of this car park is usually prize stalls, food and juveniles. You might get the odd bigger attraction, but most of the bigger attractions are around the edge of the fair. There is an awesome Hull Fair ride map that somebody has made. I can't remember, I apologise for not remembering who it was that made it, but some group have made it, and I've posted it. I have actually posted it on our Facebook page. They said that it's free to spread about, share it, download it, put it on your phone. It's in ultra high resolution, so you can zoom in and it's still really good quality, but you're able to see every attraction at this year's fair and the location of it, and even the operator as well. So definitely have a look at that on our Facebook channel, on our Facebook page, sorry. You've got another fun house here at £2.50 per person. And that's Fun City. And another little runaway mine train type thing. But again, you can see all the traditional Funfair prize stalls, the balloon popping ones, the hooker duck, there's darts. I'm looking for the prize bingo. There's usually a prize bingo at this end, but I don't think it's here this year. You got £3.50 for the train station, for the Little Thunder Railroad. You get your ticket from the train station there and then board the train. It's only £1, the ring toss game. Look at that, that is insane. Look at that. I wonder what you can win on that stall. That's a cool sight, that. Not much choice, like, but if you like Highland cows, then that's the place for you. Highland cows, is that the new thing this year? And then there's a Miami. Oh, it looks like Skyfall's going up, so we'll go take a little look at that before we head back in the centre. Oh, I've just missed the reverse bungee as well, unfortunately. I'll catch the next people on it, maybe. Looks like vertical limit is waiting to load. There's just nobody on it. And that's the one that's £6 per person. It's going up, look. It's Matthew's Skyfall. Oh, that's where you get your ticket from. £8. £8 for Matthew's Skyfall. $80 meters tall. Could be the tallest thing here. Once you're up there, you'll be looking down on every other attraction here at Funfair. It stops halfway up and then it sort of spins you around slowly for a bit, because you can't really look up and see just how far you've gone up. It can deceive you a little bit into thinking you've reached the top, and you think, oh, that's not so bad, and then it does say, the audio on it just say, you think you're at the top. Well, you're not, you're only halfway. And then it continues to rise to the very top. And then spins you for a good couple of minutes at the top before it drops you down. And as I say, there is a full POV of that from the hoppings, but I'm going to watch this. The reverse bungee. Oh God, no way. Don't do that to me, don't. As I say, I've done it once before. I think I did it in probably about 20 years ago in an Asda car park of all places. And I've not done it since. There you go. But it says you can order your video before you ride, so I'm not sure if they'd actually let me take my GoPro on with that. So that might be a good enough reason for you to not put me on that, because you might not get to see it. There you go. Is Skyfall gonna drop? I can hear the countdown. Is it coming? Is it coming? It tricks them because it counts down. And it doesn't actually drop when it gets to 0. But it's about to drop now. Here we go. It definitely holds you up there for a while. I bet there's some absolutely amazing views. It might be worth doing again just to get the aerial views of Funfair. It's holding them up there for quite some time. You imagine it malfunctioning while you're up there. There we go. Right, so let's head back in.
Okay, who's running? Steady sway if you're running, come on. Vertical limit, let's go.
And we've only got a little bit left to do now.
Come and play. It could be you. Easy to play.
Go down this bit.
Easy to win.
This is where we just walk down with all the prize stalls.
Before we go.
We'll go to the next little lane. And then I think we've just got a Dodgems down here. Giant inflatable Winnie the Pooh. There is another little mini, well, it's not a mini, it's a high roller, it's a Miami just behind there as well. But there is several of those. I think if you took out all the duplicate rides, there'd be enough room for possibly another 20 attractions, 20 different attractions here at Funfair. I think, honestly, there is too many Dodgems, and there's too many waltzers, and then there's too many Miamis as well, limbo dancers, and not enough sort of innovative new rides like the Big Ben Tower. That's awesome to see. Skyfall, that's awesome to see. The Gravity ride is really good to see, and just a few more things like that that you don't get at every fair, and you don't ever get duplicates of. That's what you want. You want more rides where there's not two of them. Just a unique draw. So that's the main Walton Street area. So we can head down now and just take a look at Richmond's Laser Blazer Waltzers, and then we will call this vlog a day. I'll walk a little bit down here just so you can see what it's like on Walton Street with the food. As I say, when it gets later it does get a lot busier, and you will see that if you stick around, because there will be another vlog of Funfair on at night time when the sun goes down, and you can see it all lit up in the dark. I will come with the camera on low light mode, and we'll capture what Funfair's like after dark as well. But this was just the opening day walk around. You can see everything, get prices of things, you can get to see what it's like when it opens, you get to see where everything is, you get to see it all in working order and in action. So we will go down to Laser Blazer and then end the video down there, just so we can get that in the video as well. Get the price on that, because I am interested to know. Just the smells on Walton Street. That's probably why I wouldn't be able to live in one of these houses here. I did read, somebody said who used to live here, you get a £30 reduction, which is I think it's a 1 week's reduction in your council tax from Hull City Council if you live on Walton Street, which is a little bit stingy to me. I was always under the impression that you actually got subsidised accommodation, alternative accommodation if you live on here, if you lived on Walton Street. But I guess if you come and buy a house on Walton Street, the fair's been on Walton Street for a long, long time, so you know what you're getting yourself into. And I would personally quite love it. It's just the food. I would be out here every day, lunch, dinner, supper, breakfast if they would open. There's no price. Just says Richmond Laser Blazer Waltzers. And there's a swing ride in there as well. No price on it. But that is it. I'm contemplating if it's actually worth heading back inside to the fair now and doing anything else, but I think we have pretty much seen it all, so it's probably not even worth going back in on this walk around anyway, just because you've seen everything. I might end up popping back tomorrow, depending on the time that we have, because obviously got to get home today and do some packing and stuff and get organised for tomorrow. But our ferry leaves Hull at, well, we've got to board our ferry at tea time. With the fair opening at 12 tomorrow, that might give me an opportunity to come tomorrow and do a Walton Street food tour. But I promise you there will be at least 3 more Funfair videos before it disappears next Saturday night. There will be a food one, there will be a Funfair After Dark one, and obviously there will be the ride one that you guys direct, and you guys decide what I ride, which I might actually regret saying, but as I've said it on video, I can't back out of it now. So you guys let me know. You've seen everything that's here. I've give you the prices, not that it matters because I'm having to pay, but you've seen all the prices of everything that I've shown you, and you've seen where everything is. So that's it. So that concludes the opening night of Hull Fair. If you've enjoyed it, please do pop a like on it. Don't forget to click that subscribe button for lots more content like this and at least 3 more Hull Fair videos. Comment down below if there's anything you do want to see, anything you want to see me go on. And until the next Hull Fair video, thank you so much for watching. I will see you soon from opening night at Hull Fair. We'll see you later. Bye bye.